guys, my name is Cici and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for those who are new, welcome. So last time I talked about why it is better to look for trans women to date online as opposed to trying to find them in public places like the bars or restaurants, or hoping that a friend would introduce you to a trans woman. So for tonight, I put together a list of things that you should remember if you want to start online dating. And this is not to say that I'm an expert, because I have been on online dating since 2012. So I've been on online dating for 8 years now, but that doesn't make me an expert. That probably makes me experienced, but not experienced as in a pro. Because to tell you honestly, I've only had one guy that I can call my boyfriend, and it ended in November of 2019, and so I've been single for a few months now. And after that, for a few months after that, I was on online dating once again. But for almost a month now, I've been off of it because I don't currently feel the need to look for anyone. But these are just things that I put together, hoping that they would help you in the process and in your journey into finding whatever it is that you're looking for, and especially if you're looking for a trans woman to date. Okay, so let's go through the list. The first would be to be sure of what you're looking for, whether it be a date, a long-term relationship that maybe leads to marriage, or just fun and company, or just the experience. Okay, it is important for you to know, so it can make it easier on your part to look for that girl. And it is important for girls to know what you're looking for as well, and to be clear with your intentions. And having said that, it'll also make it easier for you to look for the right dating platform or dating site for you, because remember that not all dating sites are created equal. Some are actually just hookup sites, and some are dating sites, but they are not as clean, and they're full of people who are not very serious about dating. Some of them are also full of scammers, and so it is important to figure out what you're actually looking for so you can choose the right dating site for you. Also, knowing what you are looking for would make it easier for you to complete your profile. Dating sites have a profile part anyway, wherein you're gonna fill it out and select or write down what exactly you're looking for. So there you go. And so that leads us to the second thing to remember, which is to complete your profile. Now, I understand some men want to maintain that mystery factor, but trust me, when a girl sees a profile that's not accomplished and unfinished, it just does not look interesting. And it doesn't say mystery, it just screams lazy. Like you didn't put on the effort to accomplish your profile part. Now, the third thing is to remember that if guys can play, then so can girls. And not all girls are honest and fair and true to what they say. And so you have to be vigilant and just always remember to be careful and to look for signs and red flags. I guess that is very self-explanatory. So we can move on to number 4, which is what is expected of you. You can also expect it from the girls or whoever it is that you're interested in. Don't be afraid to expect for things because you deserve it too. If you're being honest and you're being fair and direct to the point and being consistent, then of course you should expect the same. And if you don't get that, don't settle. If you're being careful of people's feelings, then you should take care of your own as well. Number 5 is to check her photos and see if they're consistent and if they're representative of how she actually looks like. because in this day and age, a lot of people, especially girls, actually use a lot of filters and Photoshop and applications and softwares to alter their appearances in photos. And so be vigilant and just be smart. But also take into consideration that photos can vary depending on weight changes, timeline, how recent the photos are, and lighting and makeup. In some angles, people can look taller or shorter or a little bit bigger and heavier. And it also depends on how close they are to the camera, because the closer you are, the more that you might have that kind of fish face effect that makes your face look rounder and chubbier. And that leads me to number 6, which is always insist on video calls. Photos are never enough. You should be able to talk to that person and put a proper face on the voice that you're hearing. So a voice call is never enough. Insist on video calls so you can really see how she looks like. I mean, it is true, and I agree that you should fall in love with the person and the personality and the character and the traits, but come on, looks also matter. And if that person is deceiving you with her photos, then that speaks a lot about her character too. So you should make sure that she's honest with her photos, and that goes the same with you. Be sure to put up photos of yourself that don't sell you short, but photos that are very real and not tweaked into making you look any more or any less than what you actually are or how you actually look like. The next one is to remember things that she says, and if the details that she tells about herself are consistent with her habits and her schedules, and that is you being smart. Remember that people can sometimes exaggerate things and make themselves look bigger than they are, but it is entirely different from fabricating their whole life and persona. So be careful and just be smart. Next is to remember that it isn't really bad at all to fall in love online, but just remember to save something for yourself. Don't give it your 100%, not until you meet that person and spend time with that person and get to know the person really well. And what I'm saying is just chill, enjoy the process. Number 9 is if you feel like you've found someone that you can build a life with, and if the signs are right and there are no red flags, then don't delay meeting her. Dating in person, if you lived in the same city, is different from dating someone online. If you live in the same city, then yes, you can take it very slowly. But if you're dating online, it's not the same. You have to meet her, otherwise you're gonna lose the feelings and the momentum, and you can lose her. Well, right now we can't really do that, right? Because we're in crisis and there are flight restrictions because of the virus. But in a normal setup, once you find that someone, you should really meet her as soon as you can. And the final tip is to know that this isn't going to be an easy process. I mean, being a trans woman alone can be complicated, and there are a lot of trans women going through transition and mood swings and a lot of different issues in their lives. And also take into consideration what the society is going to think of you and how your life's going to be. And dating a trans woman is not as easy as you may think. But if you think that you're ready, then what are you waiting for? Go and find that perfect dating site for you and start your profile and start looking for your princess. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you guys all find true love or whatever it is that you're looking for, whether it be just fun or the experience or whatnot. But just remember to be true to yourself, true to others, and be fair, and your good karma will come. I hope that you learned something from this video, and I will see you guys again very soon. Good night.